Welcome to But I'm a Lesbian, the podcast where we serve alt baddie sass, queer film reviews, and everything in between. Whether you're a baby gay
or queer elder, we're here, we're queer, and we're diving deep into all things lesbian. We're your hosts, Caitlin
and Angelina.
Get ready for some sapphic serotonin. So today's episode, I think, is a fun one, but I think the last three were also fun because we had guests and they were scary, but they weren't like too scary.
Yeah. So. It was like spooky. Just a little spooky.
It was just a little spooky season, but not like truly terrifying.
Yeah.
So, so this is a fun one. Also about high schoolers. There's a lot of movies.
I know.
I noticed that, I don't know, people really romanticize high school.
They do. It's hard to find like, especially I feel like gay movies sometimes. Yeah. There are a lot now, but the majority of them are like high school.
I know, it's so interesting.
Yeah.
I remember being like a little kid and like I couldn't wait to be in high school because all the movies are high schoolers.
Yeah.
Like Clueless, you know? Like I'm like, they're so cool and pretty. Mm-hmm. Like my niece watching Mean Girls and then making a burn book at school in like third grade. Like, oh my God. But too young to be watching that because she did not understand that you're not supposed to be like the Mean Girls. She was like, but they're pretty. I want to be like them.
She's like, why wouldn't I want to?
Yeah. Like, so anyway, today's episode, we are talking about bottoms. So this is from 2023. Again, like I said, they're in high school.
Yeah.
I don't know how old everyone is, but I think it's another one of those movies where everybody is like mid-20s and up playing high schoolers. Yeah. I don't know how old.
I want to say they're seniors, right?
No,
they were talking about
in real life.
Oh, in real life?
No, I think they are seniors. It's giving very much, well, we'll talk about it a little more, but it's giving Superbad, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. So it's like Superbad, but girls, and the girls happen to be lesbians. So I will tell you, I really like this movie. If you couldn't tell that I was going to like it, I really like it. But yeah, I was just saying like in real life, because I feel like Rachel Sennett, I don't know if it's Sennett or Sennett.
I think it's Rachel.
I just say it fast.
Senate. I want to say
like the Senate, the
maybe
Congress. I don't know.
It could. Yes, she's in Congress right now.
So
they are in their mid-20s.
Yeah, I mean this was like a few years ago, but I feel like she was like at least like 25.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, point being, the movie is about a high school fight club.
Yeah,
of girls. Have you ever been in a physical fight?
I was going to say yes, I have been in one, but I was going to lie and trick you guys. Never as an adult, no. As like a kid, yeah.
Like a baby kid? Like
I want to say like first, I remember like, my first memory is of that. No, it was like first, second grade, but it wasn't like we like beat each other to a pulp. It was just like pushing to the ground and like pulling hair and stuff. I mean, like the normal stuff. But as an adult, do I remember? Yes, because like she stole my necklace. Do you guys know the necklaces that you didn't have to like put on? You could just like push to your neck. My sister,
like a choker?
Like a choker, but like not like around.
Like they're open on the back a little bit. So
Yeah, it was picture day. And my sister let me wear her blouse and that necklace. And she was like, don't lose this necklace. Like, don't fuck it up, basically. And I was like, yeah, I'd never do anything crazy anyways. And that one time, like, we were all waiting, and I never had a problem with her. But she was like, I like your necklace. And I was like, oh, my God, thanks. But then she was like, can I try it on? And I was like, actually, no, because it's not mine. It's my sister's. Yeah. And she would not take no for an answer. So she snatched it off of my neck. And I was like, oh, my God, this fucking little bitch. So I went to get it.
Beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, I went to get it. And I was like, oh, my God, like, is there not a teacher around? I was like, she just did that? I know. Not that I would. Okay. I feel like in school, I was very shy and like I kept to myself, but I would do some like devious things and the teachers would never believe that I would do that because they were like, no, she's so quiet. And I was like, I never did that.
Like adorable.
Yeah, I was like, I never did that. And they're like, but she did. And I was like, no. But I feel really bad because I did do it.
To have in class, that type of vibe.
Yeah, I was. So they would never believe. Anyways, grabbed it from her and I pushed her and she got up and she was trying to like get it. And I used to have really long hair. So she pulled my hair. So I went and I pulled her hair, but it was so stupid because we were just standing there like taking turns. I was like pulling her hair and then like I stopped like, what are you going to do? And she's like, pull your hair again. And I was like, oh my God, this is not going to end. But anyways, I think after I pulled her hair, we were like, okay, the line's moving. Let's just keep walking. And I was so annoyed. And I was like, if she tells on me, I'm going to say like, yeah, she took my necklace. But she never did. It was one of those times.
Well, she kind of knew.
She knew that she was in the wrong. I don't understand. I told her like, it's my older sister's. Like, no, I don't want to give it to you. She was just like, I don't care. Give me the necklace. And I was like, you're a spoiled little brat. Like what? Anyways.
What a little bully.
That's the only, I know. And I told my sister and I was like, sorry, it is a little like kind of bent, but she was like, I mean, that's okay. It wasn't your fault.
Like, she's like, good thing you stuck up for it because I would have been mad if you just let that girl take it.
I know. I just never see the necklace. And it's actually in one of my school pictures. And I was just like,
wait, do you have the picture?
I do have it.
You should post it. We're going to post it on Instagram.
Just no context, just a picture of me.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll put no caption. Like
no caption. If you know, you know.
Yes, yeah. That's what we'll put. Okay. If you're listening, you're gonna see.
You're gonna know. Yeah.
Our random post.
Have you ever been in a physical?
Yeah, but only once. Okay. I did. When you're talking about like elementary school, there was a time in elementary school where there was like. We were all walking around touching a tree. Like we were like, you all had to have your hand on the tree. I think it was like the teacher's way of making sure everybody wasn't running around on the field. Like you had to keep your hand on the tree. Mm-hmm. We were in like kindergarten, maybe first grade. We were all walking around the tree like with our hand on it. Mm-hmm. And then this one boy, Josh, cut me and like not physically cut me, but like he cut me in line. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no cutting, and I pushed it. And it was similar. Nobody believed that I did it because I was like so quiet and sweet and innocent. They were like, and he was kind of a brat. But he bothered me. But no, I got into like a kind of like a real fight when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I guess I didn't tell you this story. I was telling someone. You were saving it for this episode. Yeah. So. Okay. I was telling someone this story the other day, and I'm kind of embarrassed about it because I was a really bad mean girl. I was a mean girl. I was a bitch. So, oh my God. Yeah. So I was in high school. I had these two best friends. But the problem with being three best friends is someone's always left out. Like it was either like me and Lindsay were friends and we were talking shit on Amanda, or me and Amanda were friends, we were talking shit on Lindsay, or those two were friends and they were talking shit on me. Oh. So it was a time when they were friends and I was like not in the group. I don't remember why. I probably did something wrong because I was a drunk slut in high school. So I probably made like some bad decision. Anyway, I was walking by with like my group of other friends and like we were all drinking or whatever. This was not at school. This was like at this concert venue that everybody would go to. Mm-hmm. And I was walking by with this boy that like I really liked.
You really liked?
Yeah. And I think part of why I liked him was well, because he was like a scene boy, and I feel like scene boys kind of look like girls because they always had fancy hair, and they wore girl pants because it was before you could get skinny jeans for men, so they had to buy girl jeans. But also, his name on MySpace was Mike Asexual, so I was like, oh, he's never gonna try to have sex with me.
You're like perfect.
I was like, yes. So anyway, I was walking by and he had his like arm around me and I thought I was so cool. And because he was like a year or two older too. So it was like, ooh, so cool. And I said something really mean to them. One of them was bigger and one of them was tall and skinny. And I was like, this is so mean. I was like, oh, look, a giraffe and an elephant. Ha ha ha. I thought it was so funny. And then like I kept walking with my friends and then they came up from behind me and like hit me over the head with their purse, and my one friend Amanda dumped her Dr. Pepper all over me, and they were pulling my hair and like hitting me in the head, and I didn't know what to do because I'd never been in a fight, so I just remember being like, fuck you, cunt, and pulling their hair, and they pulled out my nose ring and spit on me. And then instead of anyone helping me, no one helped me. And then Mike Asexual was like, oh shit, you just got your ass beat.
Okay, fuck Mike, asexual.
I know,
If
what a
you're watching this
loser.
out there, Mike, fuck you.
I have tried to look him up, but I don't know his last name. I only know Mike asexual.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if he really is
my-
asexual and he like still is living this life. I don't know. I don't know. I want to know if he's still seen.
Yeah. Be like, do you remember the time that you were
Yeah.
there and you didn't even help me?
Yeah.
Oh
what
my
an asshole.
God.
But anyway, then like a few weeks after that, we ended up being friends again. But those same girls that were my friends, during this era where we hated each other, they started a MySpace group. And it was called I Hate Caitlyn Corruption. Because that was my MySpace name. And, you know, they were in it. And then the boy that was my first kiss that I was mad at them for letting him do stuff to me because I was drunk.
Yeah.
He was in it. And he talked about how I was a bad kisser. And I'm like, really? Now as an adult, my mind is like, you were telling on yourself because you, like, assaulted a drunk girl. I didn't even know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And, yeah, fuck that guy. His name is Aaron, but everyone called him Turtle. Because he looked like a turtle.
Yeah.
Anywho, so I'm
so sorry.
Really want to tell you, I decided to trauma dump on everyone. It's funny, I swear.
You're like, now it is, but that
it's funny.
Oh my God.
But I started it. I was a bitch. And they were right to attack me because I body shamed them. And that was rude. And that was me projecting my own issues. Anywho.
I still feel like that was so excessive. They pulled your nose ring.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
they dumped Dr. Pepper and they were hitting you on the head.
Me. And this was before the whole like pumpkin and New York. Like I love you.
Yeah.
This was before that. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's always been fucked up to spit on someone, but it was like before it was like a big thing on TV. Anywho, moving on. So, do you have a hot take or a burning desire about this movie?
Yeah. I do. Okay, so my burning desire, I think I wanted, in the beginning, of course, we know PJ's like literally obsessed with like wanting to have sex. Like she's like, I'm going to have sex with whoever. Like, I don't care. I kind of did like her and Hazel together. Like, I wish that they were like, they saw that sooner, you know? Because she was so like, oh no, like, I'm not going to go for Hazel. Because most of the time she was like, Hazel's pissing me off. But, you know,
but Hazel was hot. I was like, why is she such a hater?
Maybe
because she's weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, hot, weird girl.
Yeah. And she needs to realize that she's also a weird girl too. And so I think maybe if they focus on that in the beginning, you know, but
yeah,
that's.
I know. I kind of felt that I think the first time I watched it, I didn't like it as much as this time. And I think it was because I took it too seriously. And this is the problem that I have. And people know if they follow us on TikTok because I'm like, I don't care that Drive Away Dolls was supposed to be campy. I'm mad about all the penises. Like, but this was different in that, like, yeah. The second time I watched it, this time, I was like, wait, I love this. It's so camp. And they did do the campiness right and the silliness right. But when I was first watching it, I was really mad because I was taking it too serious. And I was like, oh my God, like that Cindy Crawford's daughter is way out of PJ's league. Like she really thinks she's going to get with that straight girl. Like, and she's like being a hater when they walk in and they're like, all these girls are ugly. They're like twos. Yes. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, oh, I feel like it's like super bad, right?
Yeah.
Like, were those guys super hot? No. But like they acted like they could get the hottest girl. Yeah. So it was like the same type of vibe, but yeah. So it was funny. I guess that was kind of my burning desire. I don't think it's really a hot take, maybe. But I said, I thought that I would hate this movie, but I actually love it. It's camp and it's silly, but it also talks about girl power and the importance of queer friendship.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of Debs, and I love Debs. It's like Debs, but more violent and more like sexual.
Yeah.
It's Debs 20 years later. You know? And no one's like a spy, but yeah. So I really liked it. So right now, we're going to take a quick breaky, and when we get back, we'll get into the recap. So practice some high kicks until we get back. Welcome back to But I'm a Lesbian. This week, we are discussing Bottoms, the movie, not the, I don't know, is that a position? The type of woman? Anyway, the movie Bottoms. So, this is like the opening.
I know. I never know how to start it. I always do like the film starts with. The movie started with.
I did say like we open on, but like I still felt like we needed like those woo, like you know.
You know the lion roar that they do in the movies.
Oh, if only we had Snape do that when he was here. Maybe we could have Junie.
Junie can fill in.
Yeah.
She'll do just a little hiss.
She loves to talk. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, we open on PJ. This is Rachel Sennett's character. And she's talking to Josie, who is, oh my God, I didn't write down her name, but she's so funny. Do you know what her name is? Ao?
What's her last name? Adirby. I think I'm saying her last name right.
Okay, well, she's so funny and I love her. There is this one, the funniest SNL skit. Mm-hmm. She was in it and oh my God. If you haven't seen it, you have to see it. It's like, I don't remember. I think it was like, because she was like the special guest, but she was like in a classroom and it was supposed to be like a middle school classroom. And I think she was playing a boy. Mm-hmm. And then like Keenan comes in and he's playing like a magician. And she's like, I don't give you permission to do magic on me, warlock. And he's like, okay, I won't use you. And then she's like, whoo, like acting like she's been possessed. And then she's like singing. And then she says like, I'm bisexual. And then she's like, he bewitched me and made me say like that I'm bisexual. Anyway, and then the principal is like, why are you bullying that bisexual boy?
Oh, okay. Why do I feel like that's... I've never...
so funny. I don't know.
Insert clip here of this SNL
Okay,
skit.
for real. It's literally so funny. But that's what I think of when I think of her because it's my favorite. Anyway, so it opens to PJ talking to Josie about wanting to finally have sex now that it's their last year of school. Mm-hmm. And it makes me think of Superbad, which I love because it was the same vibe. They wanted to have sex before school ended because they were like, we can't go to college and have never had sex. Like, how embarrassing.
Oh, my God.
And so they are talking about their crushes and, like, that they should try to talk to them. Mm-hmm. And PJ likes Brittany and Josie likes Isabel. But she's like, Isabel has a boyfriend. And so I think we're... like, oh, is Isabel straight? Well, whatever. Mm-hmm. She definitely has a partner, so you shouldn't be trying to hit on her. Even though it is a man. So they go to this school, like, fair thingy, which is really cool. Mm-hmm. Did your school have a fair?
No.
Me either. They do it in Greece.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
maybe like it's thing. It has to be a rich school thing. They would not have
they don't have that here.
We have the fair like near it, like the actual fair.
But it's like through the school. Because like I think there's other movies where they do this besides Greece, but in Greece it's like the teachers are like you can throw a pie in their face.
Yeah,
it was that type of thing. It was like to raise money, like a fundraiser.
Yeah, no, we never. Your school didn't either.
No, well, I went to 7 high schools, but I don't think any of them.
And neither of them did that?
I don't think any of them had a fair. But it was also interesting because the majority of the schools I went to were in Petaluma, and there's a fair in Petaluma. The Sonoma County Fair is in Petaluma. So similar to where yours, where it's like, well, there was a fair near there, so why would they even have,
do it? Yeah.
Fake school fair. Anyway. So they go to this school fair thingy. I was like, PJ is very outgoing and forward. I want you guys to understand. She's very like, you got to talk to that girl. I'm going to talk to mine.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Josie sees Isabel and then Hazel gets in the way. Hazel is another character who is played by Ruby Cruz. Mm-hmm. And she loves to play a lesbian. And I think she might be bi, but... Or I don't know. She has a boyfriend. I think she's really good looking.
Yeah, she is. I didn't know she had
You know
a boyfriend.
how men are like, what a waste when women are lesbians?
That's what I think.
That's what I think when women are with men. I'm like, oh, what a waste.
And then I'm like, wait, should we not be thinking?
JK, you guys, JK.
Not really, but yes.
Not to be a man hater, but... Just kidding. I don't care about being a man-hater. So anyway, so they don't seem to like Hazel, and I don't really get why, even though I'm a vegan and she talks about working at a meat thing. So that's why I wouldn't like her, but that's not why they didn't like her. They just think
felt
she's
like she was weird. Yeah.
And PJ jokingly tells Hazel that they were in juvie all summer, but Hazel doesn't get sarcasm is something we find out as the movie goes on. So she totally believes they were in
She's
juvie.
like, whoa.
Yeah. That's crazy. And then we see Jeff, who is a popular football guy, and he's Isabel's boyfriend. And whenever someone is named Jeff, I just think of 21 Jump Street, right?
Yeah.
Who's like, my name is Jeff. So that's all I could think of. It's so stupid. Anyway, okay. So Brittany is played by Kaya Gerber, and she's so beautiful. And it just goes to back my theory that I don't think I've ever talked about on here. But I think that like dark hair, dark eyes is the most beautiful. And it gets like, I don't know. People always want to talk about like blonde hair, blue eyes. But like Kaya Gerber is fucking beautiful. She's just like her mom, who is also fucking beautiful, Cindy Crawford. And they both are like a brunette, brown eyes, gorgeousness. And then I think of like Salma Hayek, who is like one of the most beautiful women in the world. I think she's kind of like not a good person or something. I don't know. She's so beautiful. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I used
I heard
to be
something
a big
weird.
fan of her, but then it's like her husband and their like company and stuff. And I don't know.
She's just really beautiful.
That's why I know. I'm like,
anyway, so that's what I was thinking about when they showed Kaya Gerber, because I'm like, oh my God, she's so pretty. And PJ tries to set Isabel up to talk to her?
Talk to Isabel.
Oh, to try to have Josie and Isabel talk.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Josie accidentally body shames Isabel by trying to flatter her, because this is so weird. But like, so obviously Brittany is skinny, and I feel like everyone in this is skinny, but whatever. She's like a different level of skinny. And the way that PJ tries to hit on her is by being like, damn girl, you're so skinny. You like need to eat a burger or something because you're so skinny. Like, can you?
She's like, oh my, Like, she's like, talking about like her wrists too.
Well, she's like, do you want a hot dog with a bun? And she's like, no bun. And she's like, girl, you could eat the bun. Like, she's like, it's so weird. And so then Josie tries to do the same thing with Isabel, but she says something weird like, are you sick? I don't remember what she says, but she goes too far.
Yeah, it was like you could eat that food and like regurgitate it and still look
throw it up later. Like, it's so weird.
They were like, what the fuck is your problem?
Yeah, so it's just very awkward. And so after the fair, PJ and Josie are like sad because they didn't succeed with the girls. And Josie is spiraling about never having sex with a girl and ending up with a gay husband. She goes like, she has an anxiety disorder, I feel. She's just like, whoa, then this is going to happen and blah, 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 blah.
She's like, I'm just going to be in this like
weird marriage with this man who's also gay and da-da-da. And so then, because they're sitting in their car in the parking lot, they see Isabel and Jeff fighting in the parking lot. And PJ's like, you got to invite her in the car. So Josie and PJ invite her into the car to like rescue her and give her a ride home. And Josie very lightly hits Jeff's knee with the car because he's like, I'm not moving. I'm going to stand in front of your car. Yeah. Like, he's being stupid. So she like starts to go and she very lightly taps him. And then he's like, oh my God. And then all of his like friends come and help him. And he's like crying and being dramatic.
Yeah.
And then Isabel ends up getting out and storming off. So I'm like, she didn't even go with him
like,
to take the ride?
Yeah, I know. She was just like, this is too much. And then they were like, okay, I guess we should leave.
Yeah. So then at school the next day, PJ and Josie walk up to their lockers and they see that someone has written faggot number 1 and faggot number 2 on their lockers. So I'm like, oh, people are still homophobic in this school. But also, I don't feel like we've talked about the L word in the last few episodes, but it reminds me of,
actually, we haven't. Are we doing okay?
Yeah,
we haven't.
Like, what's going on? Well, it reminds me of the episode of the L word where when I think it's season 2, Jenny had just like, she had gone to the mental institution. So maybe it's season 3 because I feel like season 2
Season 3, she goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's with Max, and then Max is going to move to LA with her. So they're driving back, and they stop at this weird, like, hick town, like, thing.
Yeah.
And the guys call them faggots.
Yeah.
And then Jenny goes, "We're not faggots, we're dykes." And I love it. So that's what it made me think of about how they had this written on their locker.
You're like so incorrect.
Dyke 1 and Dyke 2.
I know. You're like,
whatever. And then also makes me think, stupid. You know, in like probably the first episode of the L Word, when oh my God, it might be later on, but they're talking, Bet and Tina are talking about like if they should hyphenate the last names or like make a new last name for the baby. And they're like, its last name could be Portard. And then Tina is like, oh, they're going to be like, "Hey, Portard, how's your 2 moms, you big gay-mo?" I was like, they could, but it's like gay-mo 1. Gay-mo 2. Yeah. Anyway, so they are like, oh, no, not again. So apparently this has happened before. People have written the things on their locker. In class, everyone's talking about them hitting Jeff, and they, you know, how rumors are, it's like very dramatic.
Yeah.
And Hazel's like, well, yeah, they went to juvie, like they're wild. And so then everybody believes that they went to juvie. They get an announcement of propaganda against the rival school. It's like, they're gonna like attack you on your way to your car, like blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, because they had that person that got hit in the face by the Huntington players.
I know, but I felt like that wasn't real. But then it gets really violent towards the end, so maybe it was real.
I feel like it was because they pointed to the girl in the class where they're like, "I'm so sorry you got hit on your birthday," in the face. And she's just like, "Bow." I
know. Okay, so maybe it was real. Anyway, then Isabel talks to Josie and's like, "Hey, I heard you beat up my boyfriend last night," and she's like, "You were literally there." She's like, "Oh, whatever." And then they get called into the principal's office, and I think this is the part where they're like, "Can the ugly gay losers come to the office?"
Yeah.
This is so stupid.
They're like, "Oh, it's you guys."
Oh, yeah, you guys
they're like,
go. And so they go to the principal. The principal is mad at them for hurting Jeff because he loves Jeff. He's like obsessed with him. It's creepy. And he threatens to expel them. And Josie's like, no, this was all a misunderstanding. We were practicing for our self-defense club. And he's like, oh, okay. And so then they're like, they basically are talking later at the bleachers about like actually starting a self-defense club, which I feel like they have to do because they said they have one. They have to. But I think Josie's like, no, I don't want to really do it. And PJ's like, no, let's do it. And Josie's like, but we don't know how to fight. It makes me think of when I got attacked and I didn't know what to do, so I pulled their hair and called them cunts. I don't know how to fight either. And
you needed this class.
I know. It's 20 years too late. So Hazel is like, I know Taekwondo and I can bring Stella Rebecca. And they're like, Stella Rebecca, who's a car model on the weekend. So she's like a cool, hot cheerleader girl. And she's also like a model. Yeah. And so now they're going to definitely start it because she can get a hot girl to come to it. And so she's PJ's also like, you can probably get with Isabel if you do this. Like, she's gonna be like, you're so cool. And so they decide to do it. They show up to the first meeting. This is when PJ is like, oh, all these girls are ugly. And I was like,
she's like, they're all twos.
Yeah, she's so rude. I know. And I was like, I'm annoyed by that, but I guess they're showing how shallow high schoolers are. So
I mean, if you think about it, we
talked about I was very mean and I don't even know how that's the same person. And so PJ, that's the funniest part. I think of the whole movie. PJ comes in and she's like, welcome to our fight club. And she's like super like crazy. Like, I'm going to fuck you up. Like, I don't know. She's like really over the top. And it's so funny. And then Josie's like, maybe we should like stretch.
She's like, let's do some trust falls.
Take it down. And so PJ doubles down on the juvie lie and gets Josie to go along with her, but then Josie takes it too far and says she beat a girl to death.
Oh yeah, that part was really funny. And they're like, what? And she's like, you killed a girl?
And she's like, no, well, yeah, but then the ambulance came and they brought her back to life.
They resuscitated her and then we had like a really good conversation afterwards.
Like, whoa, she's too much, this girl. Okay, so then for a demo, Josie punches PJ in the face. And then they're like, wait, we need a teacher to be an advisor for the club. And so They try to get an advisor. They get this guy, Mr. G, who is he like a coach or something? Also, because he seems like he doesn't know anything.
He's also I feel like he said he has like a lot of other stuff going on.
Okay, because I'm like, he's like, how is he a teacher? He seems like what is
all the stuff he would write on the whiteboard? Yeah, and it was like so incorrect.
Yeah, but it also made me think of like Mean Girls, like how the coach was a sex ed, and he's like, you're gonna get chlamydia and die. Like, that's what it was giving. Okay, so they're like, we got to get this guy, probably because they're like, he is like, he doesn't ever know what's going on. Like, he'll do it. And so they tell him it's a feminist club, and they're like, you should like do this, but like, don't ever show up to the actual club. Yeah,
like, when you get a hobby, don't do the hobby.
Yeah, he's like, they're like, that's better allyship than like actually showing up. And so, anyway, he's like, okay, I guess. And so, Josie gives a pep talk about how they can save each other from the other high schoolers, the Huntington High School. And then there's like a montage of like the club fighting over the next few days or weeks. I don't know how long it's been. And now people are noticing them and paying attention. Mm-hmm. And then Hazel tells PJ and Josie they should get to know the girls better instead of just fighting. Mm-hmm. And one of the football players, I don't remember what his name is.
Tim, the best friend.
Tim, he's obsessed with Jeff.
He's literally in love with Jeff.
I know. Yeah. Okay, so he is like, I'm concerned that the club is taking attention away from us. We need all the attention because we're football players.
They're like, it's literally impossible. Like this entire like town is obsessed with football.
Yes, and it's so weird. I feel like maybe we talked about this in another episode, but like I don't even know who the football players and the cheerleaders were at any of my schools. To me, they weren't cool. They weren't who I thought was cool, I guess. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe they were cool and popular, but I don't know. It's just so funny how in movies it's always like so obvious who the popular people are. Because I'm like, I don't even fucking know who they were. Anyway, so then we go to the club meeting. They're all sitting in a circle, and they're trying to get them to talk about their trauma. Very inappropriate questions that PJ starts with, I think. And then Josie decides she should make up trauma about juvie, which I'm like, girl, like, stop, quit while you're ahead. And then Isabel, like, looks like she's going to cry, like she's very moved by it.
Oh my God. Josie's lies were so dramatic. Like, they were betting on the girls fighting and stuff. And then PJ was just looking at her like, oh.
She's like, girl, you
like, that's a little too much.
And then Isabel is like, do you want to come study with me? To Josie. So I'm like, oh my God. And then we cut to Hazel coming home and finding out that her mom is fucking the football guy, Jeff.
I know.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So that's fucking insane.
He's cheating on Isabel with an old lady predator.
Yeah.
So cut to a fundraiser thingy, and they're selling used underwear and also like taking pictures on cars.
I thought that part was insane. I was like, oh, they're selling stuff. And then Isabel's like, oh my God, so many guys want my used.
I know. I think she's like, I don't know why they want them so bad, but whatever.
I was like, oh.
Because they're gross. They're going to.
But also the like audacity to show up in person to buy the used underwear from high school girls in the town.
Are so gross.
Men will surprise you.
No, I'm never surprised. I remember a video on TikTok like a long time ago of like kids at a skate park, and then there was like a creepy guy that came up and offered this boy $20 for his sweaty socks.
Ew.
And he gave him the socks. I mean, I don't know if it was set up, but people are fucking weird. They're like, oh, I bet those socks are really stinky.
I believe
give me those.
He's looking at the ones that are like skating the hardest or something.
Yeah, he's oh damn. Okay, so anyway, men are gross, but they're making money off of them. And then Hazel is all sad and so dramatic. She's like,
I know. They're like, what is wrong with you?
She's like, well, my mom is fucking Jeff. Or she's like, that football guy. I don't know. You know the guy. And they're like, who? And she's like, the guy.
You describing every guy.
I'm like, that. She's just like, the main guy. They're like, Jeff? And like, yeah.
She's like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. And so then we see the other football guy, Tim, calling to get proof that PJ and Josie never went to juvenile hall. He has like the yellow pages, I think.
Yeah.
Open. Anyway, then we cut to Josie and Isabel at a diner where they're studying and flirting and getting strawberry milkshakes. And they look really good. The milkshakes, not the people. I mean, the people look fine, but I was like, ooh, I want a strawberry milkshake. Isabel tells Josie how she's impressed by how brave she is. And Josie looks like she feels kind of bad about lying. And she seems like she's about to tell her the truth, but then she like wusses out and is like, I have to tell you something. Jeff is cheating on you. And then she starts crying and screaming, like very dramatic in the diner. So then the next day at school, we see everyone in the cafeteria. There's like a goth kid who's writing about how he's going to blow up the school. I thought this was more important than it is. So I wrote it down, the goth kid with the blow up the school thing. Yeah. He never blows up the school. So just so you know, but I wrote it down because it sort of comes back, but not that much, not that important. Isabel confronts Jeff in front of everyone. And it's so funny how the football players have this like table that's like when people get married, they're like at that main table and all the little tables are like around them. Like that's how the football players table is, or it's giving like Last Supper, like really big.
That's what I thought of.
Anyway, so she confronts him in front of everyone and she walks away and is like, I'm going to get revenge. And Hazel's like, we should like make a small bomb and put it under his car. And they're like, what the fuck, Hazel? She's like, it's okay. It's just small.
They're like, yeah, let's make a bomb.
Yeah. Yes, that is the problem. PJ.
And she doesn't understand.
She doesn't understand sarcasm. Yeah. So when they say like, yeah, we should make a bomb, she's like,
oh yeah.
She's like, let's do it. Making a bomb. And so all the girls go and egg and TP his house. And Isabel and Josie have a heart-to-heart in the car while the others are egging. And then Hazel doesn't understand that they were joking, so she really does put a bomb under Jeff's car, and it goes off, and it ruins Josie and Isabel's potential first kiss. Like, they were, like, leaning towards each other, and then the bomb went off. Other football guy Tim tells them he knows it was them that messed with Jeff's house and car and that the club is going to get shut down. And all the girls are really sad. They're like, oh man, this sucks. It's going to get closed. And they're all like, it was a good run, guys. Like, bye. Like they give up really fast.
Yeah. They're like, okay, well, we got what we needed out of this. Like, time to disband.
And then Hazel and PJ get into a big fight in front of everyone. And Hazel calls PJ a liar, and PJ calls her a loser with no friends and a skank mom. And then we see Tim going after Hazel to talk to her. So we know he has some kind of plan, something up his sleeve. And then we cut to Isabel in Josie's room. Josie tells Isabel about how her and PJ have been friends since first grade because they had the same babysitter whose name is Rhodes. They call her Gay Yoda. So every time I mention her, I say Gay Yoda Rhodes. And then Isabel and Josie finally kiss. Oh my God. Yeah. And then we cut to PJ in Brittany's fancy room. And it's so huge. It's like definitely the main bedroom. Like her parents give her the big room. But it's like in Mean Girls because Regina George has the main bedroom and she's like, yeah, I bullied my parents into giving it to me or something. And so they're doing homework on the bed and PJ does that weird thing where she's like, oh my God, you're so skinny. How can you even hold the pen?
Yeah, she's like, aren't your arms tired or anything? She's just like...
Yeah. And then they kiss and then Brittany's like, I'm straight. And so then it's kind of awkward after that. Yeah. And then...
Which we all knew. It wasn't like, oh my God, she's straight.
Yeah.
We knew she was straight. Except for PJ.
I don't know. I think PJ, she also gives that kind of like, I can turn a straight girl type of like creepiness. And so the next day there's like this big pep rally thing and Josie tells PJ that she and Isabel had sex and the cheerleaders do a wet t-shirt thing, which is so silly, but it's just obviously like they're just like making fun of how sexualized the cheerleading thing is always in movies. And I don't know, maybe in life. I don't know. I didn't know any cheerleaders. I don't know. I do watch Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. It's my favorite.
Okay.
I mean, it's not my favorite show, but I'm a big fan of it. I got my wife into it too. We're like invested.
Is it that one on Netflix?
Yeah.
Where,
but I used to watch it back in like 2005 when it first started. It's gotten better because they're afraid of body shaming people now, but they do.
And back then they weren't, were
no,
they? They
but
were
they do be like, is she going to be able to do the kicks? You know?
Oh, God. But, okay, does she have the stamina to keep
they
up?
Try to find like a way.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I really like it. I'm not going to tell you more about it. You should watch it.
Spoilers.
No spoilers. You guys should watch it, though. It's really good. And so Isabel, I give her a nickname.
Issa?
I was calling her Issa the whole
I thought
time.
you were going to say Issa Rae. I was like.
No. You're like, she's not in this. Okay, so Isabel goes and sits with Josie because they're like, we had sex. And then Tim starts talking to everybody. So he's like doing the pep rally. He's like on the court. Yeah. And he starts talking to everybody about the Fight Club, and he calls Hazel down, and they're like, since she's been in the Fight Club since the beginning, she should fight Tucker, the school's #1 wrestler or fighter, whatever he is.
Boxer,
I want to say they said boxer, but
yeah, they said boxer.
He was wearing like a wrestling outfit, or maybe I made that up.
He was just in a
He
cage
looked
the entire
crazy.
movie.
Yeah, they were like, he is like,
he's crazy.
He's a maniac. That's what he was giving. Anyway, so he's huge, and Hazel is very small. And she's like, what the hell? I thought I was going to be fighting PJ. And so I guess Tim told her, you should come down here and fight PJ, and then surprised her by having this giant man.
Yeah.
And so she trips him when he comes at her, and then he pushes her like super hard. And then she gets up and she punches him, and then she tries to scratch his face. She does not win. Tim then tells everyone that PJ and Josie never even went to juvie, and they started the club to fuck cheerleaders, not to empower women. And everyone looks very betrayed, especially Isabel, because she had sex with Josie under false pretenses, and I feel like this is really fucked up.
Yeah.
And it reminds me, well, it's not the same at all. I want to make sure that people understand I'm not saying it's the same, but I hate John Stamos. And the reason is because he had a lot of like fans that were girls and women that were like, he's so hot, I want to fuck him.
Yeah.
And he told this one fan he was going to have sex with her, and took her into a room and had it be dark, and then had one of his friends go in and fuck her, which is rape. She did not consent to having sex with that person.
Yeah.
And I hate John Stamos because he's a bad person.
Yeah, he is.
He was my favorite on
Full House.
Full House.
Yeah, he was until obviously we got older. And we were
I
like, oh,
he was bad.
Yeah.
So PJ decides to blame Josie for everything. And really they're both guilty. Josie confronts PJ about like, do you actually even like Brittany? And I agree too. It's giving like, I feel like there are some women like this, but I feel that it's mostly a man thing. I don't know, where it's like they're obsessed with having the hottest girl, not because they actually like her, but because they want other guys to be like jealous.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like that's how PJ is. Like, she's like, oh, this is the hottest girl at school. So like, I'm going to get with her, and everyone's going to want to be me. Everyone's going to think I'm so cool.
Because they're very unpopular right now.
Yeah, because they're bottoms.
Yeah.
Like the bottoms of the pack.
Yeah.
Okay, so then after they're like in this big fight, PJ storms off, and then they start playing Avril Lavigne. And I felt like it was really appropriate, but now I can't even remember which song it was. But
it was complicated.
Okay, I thought it was, but I thought that was too obvious because that was okay. So then the next day at school, their lockers say horny freak #1 and #2. And then the janitor won't help them.
Yeah,
he
he's
helped
like,
them before,
no.
and he's like, no, you deserve this. Like, And Mr. G, they're the guy that is their teacher, whatever it's called, teacher what's the word?
Advisor? Club advisor?
Yes, I was like, teacher advocate. That's a different thing. He hates women now again.
Yeah.
He's like, they fooled me. So fuck women.
He's like, women are evil.
Yes.
And I always knew they were.
He's like, I knew it. And you guys tried to trick me. And so then they show PJ and Josie like being sad. And then they show PJ eating SpaghettiOs out of the can. And I wanted to ask you, do you like SpaghettiOs?
I did, yeah, when I was younger.
Oh my God, they're so fucking good.
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten them cold, like out of the can?
Yeah.
So good. I also would do that with like the Chef Boyardee raviolis.
Oh, okay. You know, I feel like
it's
been years since I've had like any of that.
Me too. It's been like 25 years.
I used to always think of the little commercial with the can rolling home.
I don't remember that.
The can rolling home?
I'm
like, you don't remember the can rolling home? You know, they're like at the grocery store, and then I think the mom tells the kid to like put it back, and then they like go home, but the can like rolls and follows them home, and then it like hits the door, and they're like, oh my God.
No, I think I was too old by that time.
Oh, okay.
I had moved past my
I think that one just stuck with me because I was just
Canned
like,
pasta
I wish
face.
I wish my food that my mom said no to would follow me home.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool.
Would you say you were too old? You had different pasta?
No, I was out of my canned pasta era. Like
Okay.
I was like a teenager.
You're like, that's
or maybe
little
an
kid
adult
pasta.
by then. No, I don't know. I
That's
also
true.
went through like different bouts of being vegetarian and trying to be vegan, but it was very hard in like 2006. So I didn't fully commit until 2015, which it was still kind of hard in 2015.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's getting harder again because all the vegan restaurants are closing and places that used to offer vegan options don't have them anymore. So we're going back to the dark ages for vegans. I'm sorry. Anyway, so Josie goes to visit Gay Yoda Rhodes, and she tells Josie not to go to the football game because people are going to literally like get killed.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? So that announcement was real about them being so violent. And she's like, they always kill one player. And she tells all these like fucked up things. Like, I think they had a guy with like horses on both sides and they like ripped him apart. Like, they always do something really violent and literally
with
kill
animals.
someone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because another one was like, they killed him and his dog. And of course I was like, oh no.
I know. I thought about you doing that part. I was like, Caitlin's gonna mention this. I was like, she does not like this.
Yes. So then we see PJ alone in her car and Josie's like running up to her and then they fight a little bit more and she's like, no, like we have to band together because I found out that Huntington is gonna kill a player and their pets.
Yeah.
So
she's like, they're doing fucked up things.
Yeah, like what the hell? So they need to get the club back together so they can save everyone. And so then PJ agrees. They go to the game and they're like searching for everybody at the game. Mm-hmm. They convince Hazel to forgive them and make a bomb as a distraction. And then she loves making bombs.
I know. That's why. She's
really
like, so now you want to bomb?
Yeah. She's like, wow. So then they convince, I already wrote that. They try to convince the cheerleaders to join them again, but they don't do it. Mm-hmm. And then Hazel sets a bomb on a tree. But it doesn't go off when it's supposed to. So that distraction did not work. And they were like, you guys, to the cheerleaders, they're like, make out with each other, make out with each other.
And they're like, what?
They're like, huh? And so that was going to be their distraction because, you know, men are creepy. So they will just they would love to watch hot girls make out. And since the cheerleaders don't do it, then Hazel and PJ make out. And everybody's like, girls making out. And then everyone is distracted. There is this funny part where there's like this old man there and he's like, okay, enough with this homo shit. I want to see some good old football with men wrestling each other and like whatever. He's just talking about how football is gay. So it's funny. I didn't tell you, but Jeff is very allergic to pineapple juice. And it is important because Josie now finds giant vats of pineapple juice, but they're empty. So where the fuck is the pineapple juice? Yeah. So this is a mystery. And then they have to figure out where it is. And then Annie, who is one of the girls from the group, but I don't think they really say her name until this part. So I didn't know what her name was. And then they say like, Annie, you have to help us. You're the smartest one in our whole group, even though you're a Black Republican.
She's like, I know.
She's like, yeah, obviously I'm the smartest. And so Annie realizes it's in the sprinklers. Mm-hmm. And so they push Jeff out of the way to save him. And then the other team starts coming at them. So obviously they have to fight them. Mm-hmm. And then there's this slow motion fight scene and the girls kick ass. They're all covered in blood and all the other team guys are literally dead. And then there's this part where Josie's like, are you okay? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. One of them is like, you killed the guy.
Yeah, they're like, oh my God. So that guy, I think Josie was telling PJ, she's like, yeah, that guy that you hit, like he's totally dead. And then PJ's like, yeah, all of them are dead.
We killed a lot of people.
They're like, we're going to process this later.
Yes. And so then the sprinklers go off and Hazel's mom turns it off. And everyone starts clapping and it's so silly because you see this whole fight scene. I totally forgot there was like an audience that was just watching these girls, these high school girls beating the shit out of these high school boys that are like 2 times their size and like killing them. Yeah. And all of the audience is just watching.
They're just like silent. Nobody intervened. They're just like, oh.
Okay. And so Isabel tells Josie, you know, you didn't have to start a whole fight club to date me.
Yeah.
And then they make out. And then the bomb finally goes off. And then the goth kid is like, that was my idea. Like she's mad because he didn't set the bomb. And that's how it ends.
Yeah.
So-
A very crazy way.
It was so like ridiculous and over the top, but I thought it was so funny. So now is the moment that you've all been waiting for. Munch, merge, murder. So the options are PJ, Hazel, and Josie. Do I go first or do you go first?
Do you have your 3 that you know already?
I guess. Okay. I feel bad because I know that PJ is the main character, but she is not likable.
Yeah.
And maybe that's
I
the
don't
point.
blame
Maybe
you.
she's not supposed to be likable. Reminds me of a show that you what?
No, I was gonna say it's like in Superbad where like, yeah, they're supposed to be funny, but like nobody really liked Jonah Hill because he was like an asshole.
I know, but oh my god, I love Superbad. It's
I know,
so funny.
but
I'm just thinking of the part where like Dave Franco is
my
like
God.
says something like "Get off the field, Seth" or whatever, and he's like, "Whatever, go pee your pants," and he's like, "That was one time in 3rd grade." Like, anyway, I will always quote that movie, but no, I was gonna say something else, but I don't remember it. Oh, PJ not being likable and being the main character makes me think of Orange is the New Black because the main character is not very likable. I feel like everybody ends up hating her. Anyway, so I would murder PJ.
Okay.
I would munch Hazel. And I would merge with Josie. But she's got to get the lying under control.
She's a pathological liar.
But she's really funny.
She is funny. And she cares about animals.
Yes, she's like, they're killing people and their pets. Like, no.
And overall, she seems really calm. Like,
Yeah.
she seems like a nice girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you say?
Okay. I think I would munch PJ.
Okay.
As unlikable as she is.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something there. Hazel, now it's hard between Hazel and Josie because Hazel is like a criminal in the making.
Yeah.
And Josie's so sweet, but I am attracted to Hazel more. So I think I'm gonna have to kill Josie and then merge with Hazel.
Wow.
I know.
Okay, that's fine.
That is your life. You live it.
Yeah, whatever. What would you rate this movie out of 5 cherries?
I really liked this movie and I was late to the party watching it, but I'm glad that I finally got to like sit down and watch it. I would give it a 5 out of 5. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I like it. What about you?
Well, I really, really liked it, but I'm really stuck. I couldn't decide between 4 and 5 because I want to give it a 4.5, but we're not allowed to anymore. The reason is because our editor said it's annoying to do the halves when she adds in the cherries.
She's like, make up your mind.
Like here, I think
she said a 4 or a 5.
Yeah, she's like, stop doing half numbers. So I'm going to give it a 5. I really liked it.
Okay.
I thought it was so funny and actually very smart and clever and made fun of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if you are enjoying But I'm a Lesbian, please head over to our Instagram and TikTok and follow to stay up to date on our newest episodes and hottest takes. Follow at But I'm a Lesbian Pod on all of the platforms, even Lemonade and Blue Sky. Nobody follows us on Blue Sky. I don't know if anyone uses it, but I do post on there. So we're on there if you're on there.
They'll get over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually everyone's going
we're
to be
just
on there.
trendsetters.
We
over
are.
there. Yeah. Come on, y'all. Catch up. Okay. So we will be back in a very short amount of time, and we will do our segment 3.
Okay, welcome back and get ready for our super fun last segment. What's up with the heteros?
Yeah. So I have another Reddit story of straight people, and I would like to share it. And so it starts with, am I the asshole for?
Yes.
Yeah, probably if you are the man. No. Am I the asshole for divorcing my wife because I found out her body count? I, 27 male, have been married with my wife. Wouldn't it be to my wife? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's
So
also
already don't like
stupid.
him.
I'm just kidding.
He's also stupid. I've been married with my wife, 28 female, for 8 months now. When I married her, I was told to believe we both still had our V cards because of religious reasons. But yesterday, whilst we had some friends over, we talked about how young kids these days have their first time and don't really wait until marriage anymore. To which my wife responded with, waiting until marriage doesn't make sense anyway. There are so many safe options now. I chose not to respond and just listen while our friend group had a discussion about it. Later that day, I asked my wife if she regrets waiting until marriage, to which she responded, I didn't wait. I wanted to tell you, but I never felt comfortable sharing it. I have to admit that I got furious and said some things I regret saying, name calling, etc., and told her to leave my house. Her parents live 10 minutes away. I feel like I've been manipulated and that I've been keeping to myself for nothing. We had been dating for 7 months before we married. When she returned the day after, I asked her what her real body count was, and she told me, with me included, it was 17. Would you divorce her? You had such a reaction.
It just made me laugh because I thought she was just gonna be like, oh, just no. Literally, I was thinking it was just gonna be like the guy that she lost her virginity to. And like her husband, but you're like her real body count was 17. I'm not like that is totally okay, but it's just so funny because he was so crazy over that just one.
Just that
like
she had
just
sex
the one.
Ever?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So he's really mad.
Yeah, would
now.
you divorce? I'm like, no, I don't care.
Sorry, I was like, what? Okay, so to which she added that most of those were only a one-time thing and nothing felt more like real love. Then with me, he meant to say than with me, but he said then. I told her that she had a month to pack her stuff and we are getting a divorce. Thankfully, we signed a strong prenup that stated that in any divorce, no matter the reason, our assets would not be divided. She agreed because she is the only grandchild of very, very rich grandparents. This person is me telling a story. He's giving so much extra information. So my friends and her family have been blowing me up saying that there is no reason to divorce since it has nothing to do with our relationship or marriage. But I disagree. If I knew she didn't have her V card, I would have never married her. Edit, since it was unclear, she flat out told me she was a virgin too when we started dating. I told her I was waiting till marriage. After that, I didn't explicitly say I wanted a wife who was also waiting, but there was no reason to. Use the wrong two, since she was a virgin anyways. To clarify, I also was upset about what my wife said about waiting till marriage. That's why I asked her about it, but the topic, as you can read, soon changed. I hope this will not be the last edit. The issue isn't her not being a virgin. As I've stated in one of the comments, it's about her not waiting till marriage while I did. If she married and divorced all 16 of these guys, that would have been fine. Although if you had 16 different divorces, I would probably not be the 17th guy to marry you. So what are your thoughts on this?
I hate men.
I know. I do feel like it's crazy that she lied that much.
That's why when you said that, I was like, wow.
Whoa. Yeah. I mean, I feel like maybe she has a lot of like internalized like misogyny type of thing where she feels like she is like less than for having had sex before marriage and also having had sex with like kind of a lot of people, which is sad, but it's also like, I think he's an asshole for divorcing her because of that. But I think that the bigger point is that she lied, not that she had sex with multiple people and that she wasn't a virgin. It's that she lied to him about it that shows a bigger issue, which I think he should have maybe construed it better. Also, she probably doesn't want to be married to somebody she had to pretend to be someone else to be with. Like, I don't think that they are maybe made for each other.
I don't think so either, because even when they first started dating, she was like, I'm a virgin. You know, like obviously he's a virgin, but like she could not be. Obviously he's a virgin, but like she couldn't, like you said, she couldn't be herself. She had to lie. And then the truth came out after they got married. And yeah, it just doesn't sound like a relationship that either one of them needs to be in. And he is like, obviously, I'm sure she loves him, whatever. But I feel like this is like a blessing in disguise for them to not be together.
Well,
Because she's going to realize, like, oh my God, like, he literally divorced me over that.
Would you want to, like, I think of it also as, like, I mean, I don't know, they're religious. They probably plan to have kids. Would you want somebody that would name call your daughter as she's growing up for, you know, doing something like that?
Exactly.
So that's also bad. I don't think they're a good match. I don't think she should lie, but I support women's rights and women's wrongs. So I'm on her
all
side.
17 of them.
Yeah. Well, she said he was the one she didn't like regret or whatever.
She will later on.
She'll
be like, oh my God, I got married to that fucking loser.
I know.
So.
Also, they got married really fast, which is like pretty crazy. But I also think in like a lot of religions where it's so important to not have sex before marriage, people like rush into marriage because they can't wait to fuck. They're like, oh my God, I just met her. I cannot wait to marry her. We're getting married in 2 months.
Not even 2 weeks, and we're tying the knot.
We can have sex. Do you remember there was that you were probably a child when this came out. It was like I don't know what it was called. It was like Married as Virgins or something. No. It was like followed people that had never had sex, but not only had they never had sex, they'd never kissed. Oh. And the one like clip that was everywhere was like,
is it that awkward dude?
He was like eating her face.
Yeah,
Oh God, it was at their wedding, like in front of everyone, which I've already said a part of the reason that I never wanted to have a wedding was because I think it's like awkward to like kiss in front of my family, but also I'm not that close. Whatever. Anyway, point being, weird making out is so inappropriate. But he doesn't know because he has never kissed before. He's like, this is how they do it,
like,
right?
Yeah.
Like, so gross. Okay, so anywho, that was a weird story, but I kind of liked it because I could see both sides.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
But also
don't lie.
Don't marry a weird slut shaming man either.
Yeah, just don't marry a man. Yes. How about that? Don't marry a man.
Catch me outside. How about that? So thank you for tuning in to But I'm a Lesbian. We are your go-to for sapphic media reviews, WLW drama, and unfiltered queer takes. If you enjoyed the show, please like, share, and subscribe on every platform. Yes, all of them if you can. And please leave us a review, hopefully on Apple Podcasts, because we have like 7 reviews on there, and some of them are really bad. So our rating is 3.9 still.
Oh.
So if you like this, you should be supportive of the lesbians and go on Apple Podcasts and give us a rating and hopefully an actual review if you have the time. Please help support the queer community and keep this lesbian-led pod thriving. After all, the algorithm's a bitch, and we're just 2 lesbians with mics trying to survive.
And don't miss next week's episode. We will be recapping Aimée Jaguar, an epic love story. An epic love story, but very sad story.
Already like...
Yeah. It's set in 1940s Germany. So, you know. This movie is not currently available to stream. So if you haven't seen it, you would need to rent it or get like a used DVD. But Caitlin used Campy with a K, of course.
Yes. It's so cool.
If you have a library card, you can use it. But although I wasn't able to use it because in my area, my library wasn't signed up with Campy. So you can search on there and you'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, it does depend. So just look up Campy with a K and see if your county's library system is included. I found out about it on TikTok, and it has so many movies on there, but we have library cards in different counties. So maybe you need to get a library card in my county.
I just need to move over here and get a...
Well, can you have more than one library card?
No, I don't think... Can you? Yeah. Really? Oh my God.
So you gotta get one
okay, well then
over here.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Anyway, so if you are in the wrong county, just go to the neighboring county.
Yeah. Look up what counties are near you that have...
Anywho, so sorry. Get Campy if you can.
Yes.
So we will
see you next Tuesday.
Executive producers for But I'm a Lesbian are Caitlin Beatty and Angelina Herrera. Produced and mixed by Victoria Shiflett. Creative direction and video editing provided by Juanita Iriarte. Music by Stiletto Falsetto.